Hey beautiful people, my name is Nicole Coker and welcome back to the Live Courageously podcast. I am so ecstatic that you are here and cannot wait to talk about today's episode because we are going to be talking about how to be the main character of your own life. I know everybody in this day and age is always talking about how to be the main character of your own life. We see it on TikTok every day, we see it on YouTube, we see it on social media. Everyone's talking about be the main character of your own life. And I'm like, well, how do you do that? A lot of people are asking, how do you actually be the main character of your own life? And I like to think about it like a book. I actually have been reading a lot more lately, which is kind of insane. I did a lot in elementary school and actually read books to win awards, like all kinds of crazy stuff. But in high school, I kind of fell off. And then in college, I kind of still didn't really read that much because obviously you don't have time for that, which you probably should make time for it. But anyways, now that I've had this year that I've been working, I've been able to read a couple more books and just thinking about how there's a main character in every single story and the entire book is centered around them and what they're going through and all the challenges that they are facing every single day. And it's just so interesting to put yourself in that character's shoes and pretend to be them for a day, you know what I mean? Or pretend to be them while you're reading that book. And I just find it so fascinating that when you think about it in a book type of perspective, so you have your main character and then you have all the supporting characters, and then usually there's a plot and everything that happens in the plot is something that the character goes through and it's like all well and good in the beginning, then you get to the climax and it's like, oh shoot, maybe not. And then as the book winds down, you're like, okay, now things are solved. Or that's kind of how it is for the TV shows as well. I don't know if you guys have ever watched The 100. Y'all, I started watching this back in college and it ended on like season 5 or something like that before they put new seasons on. Honestly, if that's not right, I'm so sorry. But I had watched all of what was on Netflix years ago. And finally, this past year in 2020, the rest of the episodes and the seasons came out. And like, of course, this is the end of The 100. Unfortunately, I absolutely loved that series so much. But I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, how basically there's a bunch of main characters in that series and then all this turmoil goes around. You start the episode, well, I don't know, 100's probably not the best episode or season or series to really reference because I feel like there was almost always turmoil, like literally every single second of the episode. There might have been like 5 seconds out of the entire episode that was actually good and like everybody was chill and everybody was at a good place, but literally inevitably something had happened and within the next couple of seconds there was already a new issue. But anyways, to what I'm trying to speak here is that basically there's a main character and everything around them is just happening and centered around them. So I'm going to give you some tips on how you can be the main character in your life each and every day. The first thing is letting go of your past. There are so many people in this world who let their past define who they are right now and define their future. Let me tell you, the past is in the past, okay? I know that from experience. For anyone who doesn't know, I was in a toxic relationship for 6 years of my life, and I literally wasn't able to do anything that I wanted to do in my life. It was always, what am I going to do to please him, right? It was always something like that. And if I would let all of that negativity and all that toxicity run my life now, I would not be sitting here talking to you today. I would not be propelling myself in the future. I have a podcast now. I have a coloring book now. I would not be doing all the things that I'm doing now if I let the past continue to bog me down. Those mistakes, those issues, everything that happened in the past is in the past. Let all of that go because you are a new person. You have learned, you have grown in so many different ways. So that is the first thing that you need to do in order to be the main character in your life. The second thing is to put yourself first. One of the things that people do in this life, especially me, I've noticed, is I try to please everyone else before myself. But in order to be the main character of your own life, you have to start putting yourself first. Your mental health matters. What you want to do and what makes you happy matters. So put yourself first and see how far you get to go with all the things that you're able to do, because now you're able to put more time into you. You're able to put more time into things that you love, what makes you happy, and further your purpose in this life. So put yourself first today and see how that changes some things for you. And the third thing is to not leave your passions and your purpose sitting on the calendar as later to do things. Because if you sit there and you're like, okay, great, I'm going to do this. Let's just say you were going to start a podcast. Let's just say that's what your dream was. That's what you really, really want to do. So you have it on your calendar. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this thing. But you continue to procrastinate and you keep putting it off. Well, that purpose, that plan, all those people that you're going to reach, they're not being reached because you keep putting it off. So if you want to be the main character of your life, you're going to have to start putting forth that effort to work on yourself and work on the things that you want to do in this world. Be the main character. Be the one that wants to run out and dance in the rain. Be the one that's like, you know what? If I'm going to dress up to go to Walmart, I'm going to dress up to go to the Walmart. You don't have to be here and say like, I've seen so many people like, well, you're being too extra because you're dressing up to go to Walmart, or you're being too extra because you're putting makeup on just to run to the store really quick. No, I want to look good every single place that I go. So that's what I'm going to do, right? So just think about that. These 3 things that you're going to be able to do to be able to be the main character in your life. So 1, letting go of the past. 2, stop people pleasing and focus on yourself. And 3, don't push off all the things that you're wanting to do. Get on it right now because you have amazing things that you have to offer to the world and we're waiting for it. We want to see it. So get started today. I do want to bring up one point that goes along with all of this. So like any main character in a book or in a TV series or a movie, there's always going to be those tough times that you're going to have to go through in order to get and fulfill your purpose, whatever that may be. It's not going to be a straight, easy road. There are going to be times where you're going to want to give up, but don't give up. Just know that just because you are being the main character of your own life and you're doing all of these things to focus on yourself and to let go of the past and everything that you need to do to start living your life, just know that it's not an easy road and don't give up. Don't continue to sit here and put forth effort into everyone else's dreams. Start putting that effort into your dreams, but just know that you have to keep going even when things are hard. Nobody's life is perfect and you're gonna hit that brick wall, but just know that you are the main character of your life and you have amazing things to offer to this world. You are incredible, you are amazing, and don't let anybody tell you any different. I actually have an episode coming up here soon that's gonna talk about those types of things when people bring that negativity into your life and you're just like, I'm trying to be the main character of my own life. I don't need your opinion. So that's coming up very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if this episode brought you some inspiration or you love something that I was able to bring to the table in this episode, please screenshot me right now, even if I do some crazy face. Screenshot this episode and share it on your social media and tag me at nicole.coker_. I'll put that down in the link or down in my bio below. That way you guys can be able to spell it correctly. I would love to see what you thought was incredible about this episode that you can implement into your life today. And I also want to share and see who's watching because I want to connect with you and build a community around living a courageous life each and every day.